Hello, welcome to Contemporary Issues in Science. I'm Mr. Herder and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. So because this class is asynchronous, meaning that we don't meet in person, I wanted to take this first video to go over the aspects of the course, my expectations for the course, and I want to show you a little bit of how you're going to access everything you need to do for the course. So that being said, your main point of contact for this course is your EDSB page. Now, if you're not familiar with your EDSB page, your advisors should be getting you information for that. Hopefully you've been able to log on. If not, stop by my room upstairs, G219, and I'll see what we can do to get you going. So basically, the idea of this course, a little philosophy, was that I wanted to create a course that students could take to make them really good, competent citizens of science. So that is, when you hear people in the news or in conversation talking about some of these big issues in science, you will have a basic understanding of what those are. Okay, so that's sort of my philosophy behind the course. It is an elective course, but it is at your pace to a certain extent. So I will have things due, but the best thing for you to do is work ahead, really, and make sure that you keep up with all the assignments. So since we don't meet, my suggestion for you is whenever your block is, right? Some of you may have B block scheduled, some of you may have F block scheduled. So since everybody has a different schedule, we can't all meet at one time. But I would suggest that you just go ahead, find yourself a place in the library, in the hall, sit down and actually treat the course as if it were one that you were going to physically. Then you can get it done early in the week, and then you've got the rest of the week to do whatever you need to do. So let's get into the course. So hopefully you're able to log on to EDSB. Once you get there, everything you will find is here. So I will say we're still learning EDSB. It's a brand new product to us this year, so we're going to have lots of empathy and grace for things to sort of work out here. Okay, if things aren't working out, we're going to fix them. We're going to make sure that the course is right for you and that you have a good experience. All right. So when you log on, what you're going to do is you'll see that I've got a few pinned items, right? And I've got a little introduction from me. And then the content is really down here on the left-hand side. So you can read the information, my little introduction. There's my email. Here's how you access all my videos. And I'm generally available for extra help if you need to make an appointment during CD and F blocks. Okay, so let's start with what's going to help you the most for this course. And I really think it's our calendar. All right, so if you see our pinned items, we also have it down here. We see the calendar. Now I'm going to bring it up and then, yes, I want to do that. And then what you'll notice is that everything here in the calendar is broken down by weeks. And what you want to do is you want to think color. So green, that's really our first topic. And you have this week and next to really work on this topic. It's just the introduction to the course. Then topic 2 this week. Look here at topic 3. Topic 3 really goes to 1.5 weeks because this is such a short week. So color is your friend. Stay with the color and look at the end here. It says complete these things. Make sure you see when these things are due on the calendar. That is also available for you over here. Okay, so I've introduced the calendar to you a bit. I want to now hit the course syllabus. Okay, so this will just tell you what the course is about, and it will tell you what my expectations are. All right, so same sort of deal. I'm introducing myself. You, of course, will need a laptop, some sort of headphones or earbuds, AirPods, whatever we call them these days. And notice that this is an asynchronous course, meaning we don't meet. There's not a time when you come to my class. Now, if you need extra help, you're always able to stop by. But we do not meet during the week. So what are we going to do? Here is our outline for the course. I've broken it into 3 trimesters. The first trimester is really just some big issues in the world that you should know about, right? Climate change, what are GMOs, what are vaccines? Then we get into a little brain stuff, mental health, neuroscience. we move to trimester 2, we get some really interesting things as well. I like to think of this as sort of the genetics, biology sort of section. So we're talking AI, we're going to talk some more disease, cancer, we're going to talk about how you can design babies and whether that's ethical. We'll talk about cloning, biology of sex, gender, and attraction. And then we start getting into some sort of physicsy stuff, metaphysics, reality. And then this trimester 3 is really some what I really consider to be cool physics stuff. Talking about energy, nuclear energy, quantum computing, the multiverse, black holes, some NASA projects, and then we'll end with relativity and string theory. So again, I chose the topics in the course because these are probably words you've heard, things you may hear in the news, and I really think all of our citizens need to be educated on these ideas. Okay, how are you going to be graded in the course? So basically, you're going to have a few grades for what you do weekly. So you're going to watch my video, you'll take a quiz after the video, and you can use your notes, right? So take notes while you're watching the video. You will also engage in some online discussion boards. So you're going to type some response, I'm going to ask some questions, and we're going to interact that way. But the bulk of your trimester grade will come from the trimester projects. These trimester projects are basically a menu. I give you several options of things you can do, and you pick a topic and a format for that, and then you will have a few weeks to work on that project and submit it. Okay? So, what are my expectations? It's an online course. So notice it doesn't say show up to class. Well, because there is no class, what you're doing is you're working, again, probably during your designated class time on these things. All right, so what do I want you to do? I want you to start each week by viewing my video. Take notes on the video, then use those notes to take the quiz, participate in our discussion board, and then of course occasionally we might do a virtual lab or field trip. These will all be virtual, and then work on the trimester projects. Okay, so I'll give you some resources. Go to our EDSB page. Hopefully you've been able to find that. And then there's my link for my YouTube page. I mentioned again, I'm available for extra help, CD and F blocks. Stop by, say hello. If you really are interested in something we're talking about, stop by and chat with me about it. I'll be gleefully excited. All right, so what do successful students do? So this is now the 3rd year of the course. And what the successful students have done, I've listed here. 1, you got to watch the whole video, right? Or roughly 20 minutes. Take your notes while watching the video and interact with our discussion board, right? We're not in class. We can't have arguments, debates, but your way to say your piece is on that asynchronous discussion board, which I'll show you in a minute. When you're choosing projects for your trimester project, your topics, make sure it's something you're interested in, okay? Don't choose something just because you think it's easy. Make sure it's something you're interested in. Stay up to date, right? There is a week you have to do the work, and then at the end of the week, we move on, right? So you need to make sure that you're done with the week's work by that end of the week. And then, as I've said before, treat the course as an in-person course and do the material when you're supposed to early in the week. All right, so let's just quickly go back to our calendar, and I want to show you the things that you'll do each week. So you've got 2 ways to access the material in the course. 1, you can open the calendar and you're set. So every week you will go, let's go to week 3. Let's pretend it's climate change. You'll start by clicking on to view the climate change video, right? So a little video of me. Oh, it looks like there's a nice ad here. Skip the ad. And then go into my video. Once you've watched all of that, then I say read this thing. So I've linked it. I want you to go through and look at this climate change website, look at these vital signs, sort of spend some time going through that. Take the quiz and then do the discussion post. Now, where can you find those things? Well, if you look over here, you'll notice that I tell you the exact same thing I tell you on the calendar, but it's sort of organized a little differently. So watch the video, read the website, take the quiz. So to take the quiz, you just click it, click on it, take the quiz. Then when you're ready to do the discussion post, what you'll do is you'll click on discussion post and then click to open the link. Now, I will give you a caveat. This is not a real discussion post. EDSB does not really have a really good one. So we're sort of doing a makeshift Google Doc sort of thing. They are supposed to be working on getting us a better discussion board. I'm hoping that that will be available for us later in the year. Until now, I sort of pieced together this Google Docs thing where I just want you to type in your response. So for your first discussion post, which is going to be due at the end of next week, you're going to just introduce yourself, tell us why you're taking the class, and what topic you're most interested in, okay? So you would just click here, you just start typing, and you should be able to type what you need to. In addition, I want you to respond to somebody else. So let's say Lily types something, Peyton comes in and she's like, okay, I'm gonna respond to Lily and I wanna tell you what I liked what you had to say, or maybe what I didn't like about what you had to say, right? We're always kind, we're always thoughtful, but we can have interesting discussions. I will also probably do a lot of responding, but I will end all of mine with like -BH, right? Brandon Herder. After you respond, you just put your name, right? So if Peyton responds to Lily, type your response, Peyton, over here, and then just say Peyton, right? So we know who made the response. We'll see how this goes. If you're having any trouble with this, accessing it, I think I made it available so that you can edit it. Keep the topics school appropriate, of course, but we can engage in meaningful dialogue, right? We don't always have to agree on everything, and sometimes that's even more fun when we don't. Okay, so back to our EDSB page. All of that's there. So each week, you will be doing those things, watching the video, reading something, taking the quiz, doing the discussion. Next week, watch the video, read the article, take the quiz, do the discussion, okay? So I am super excited that you are here, that you're taking the course. Stop by, say hello if you need me. If there are any questions, you can always stop by or email me. I'll do my best. Remember, we're sort of in a test mode here with EDSB. If things aren't working, don't sweat it, right? We're going to be very forgiving this first week or two as we get things settled out. Just stop by or send me an email, say, hey, this is not working, I need some help, and I'll be glad to help you as best I can or change whatever settings we need to work with EDSB. Okay, I hope you have a great year. I hope you enjoy the course. Stop by, say hello.